We are to continue and we are to move to 3B reading. And let's discuss the next questions. Have you ever heard of high-tech dining? What do you think it is? High-tech, what do you mean by high-tech? High-tech means technologically advanced. High-tech, technologically advanced. What do you think it is? Dining, the word dining, what do you mean by dining? Dining is the act or the activity of eating a meal. The word dining is the activity of eating a meal. So the word dining is the activity of eating a meal. In what ways do you think technology could change the way we dine out in the future? How will technology change the way we dine out? Dine out means to have a meal away from home. But the word dine out, this phrasal verb means to have a meal away from home. This means to go to a restaurant, for example, to have a meal. This is called dine out. How will our way to dine out in the future will be changed by technology? How will technology change these habits? We will read the passage and we will see. Read the text quickly without paying attention to the missing parts or to the missing sentence and answer the questions below. We will read and then we will try to answer this question. The high-tech adventures of a traveling food writer. The high-tech adventures of traveling food writer. Traveling food. What do we mean by traveling food writer? Traveling food is related to food tourism. Food tourism, it is simply a matter of traveling beyond your neighborhood to find great food. Of course, the further you are willing to travel, the broader your range of experience will be. So, traveling food means to travel to other countries in order to try different types of food and so on. So we will read this article written by Bob Briscoe, and we will see. On a recent trip to London, I decided to visit some exciting new restaurants that are using technology to change the way people dine out. My first stop was at an Italian restaurant in the city center. The manager must have noticed my confusion because he came up to me and explained that I could swipe my card at any of the food and drink stations in the restaurant, and that the card would record my order. No waiters necessary. I made my selection and then handed my card to the cashier. My pasta was absolutely delicious, but I must admit I didn't enjoy having to carry my food up 2 flights of stairs. When we arrived, I was surprised to discover that there were no paper menus. Instead, the menus were beamed onto the touch screen surface of the table with projectors. All we had to do was tap on our choices with our fingers and wait for the waiters to bring us our meal. We had so much fun playing games that we hardly touched our food when it arrived. We really should have told the waiter to give us takeaways instead. Another restaurant that I visited in London was an Italian restaurant. This restaurant also had touch screen tabletops, as well as another very interesting feature, a webcam, which allowed me to see the cooks preparing the food in the kitchen. I really enjoyed the evening, but I shouldn't have ordered the extra spicy curry. It was a little too hot for me. On my last day in London, I decided to get some tapas from a Spanish takeaway near my hotel. I had heard that the owners had installed a webcam at the restaurant to allow their customers to view the long lunchtime queue online. While I packed my baggage, I kept an eye on the queue and then raced to the restaurant when the lunchtime rush was over. Without the wonderful webcam, I could have missed my plane. I really can't wait for my next trip to London. High-tech dining is such fun. Now we read the passage and let's try to discuss the meaning of the graph. On a recent trip to London, the writer was in London on a trip and he wanted to visit some new restaurants that use technology to change the way people eat and have their meals. On his first stop, he stopped at an Italian restaurant in the city center. يبقى the writer الكاتب دخل مطعم إيطالي في وسط المدينة. The manager must have noticed my confusion because he came up to me and explained that I could swipe my card at any of the food drink station in the restaurant. The writer was puzzled and he didn't know what to do because he didn't know how to use this technology. ما كانش عارف يعمل ايه. The manager of the restaurant came to him and explained that he could use his card. المدير بتاع المطعم قال له تستخدم الكارد بتاعك and to swipe at any of the food drinks station at the restaurant, and he could use his card to hit some of the food and drinks stations and the card will record his order. يعني هو هيخبط كده بالكارت بتاعه على الانواع الطعام اللي هو عايزه والشراب الكارت ده هيسجل طلباته. No waiters. After the writer picked out or chose what he wanted, he handed his card to the cashier. بيعطي الكارت بتاعه بعد ما بيختار الكاشير. And then he had a delicious dish of pasta, تناول مكرونة لذيذة, and he enjoyed. But the worst thing was that he didn't enjoy going up to the second floor carrying his food. هو ما انبسطش لأنه شال أكله وطلع بيه الدور الثاني, فده الشيء الوحيد اللي ما كانش كويس. When we arrived, I was surprised. I discovered that there were no paper menus. In the next restaurant, there were no paper menus. ما كانش فيه قائمة طعام ورقية. Instead, بدل كده, the menu was beamed on the touch screen surface of the table with projectors. التاتش سكرين موجود, التيبل هي عبارة عن تاتش سكرين, سطحها عبارة عن شاشة لمس كده, and the menu والقائمة بتعرض عليها. Just tab, all we had to do was just tab on the he enjoyed was tab ordering extra spicy. هو طلب كاري حراق شوية أو حار شوية وهو ندم عليه لأن it was too hot. On my last day in London, في آخر يوم في London, the writer decided to get some tapas. tapas يا شباب اللي هو مقبلات الأسبانية. tapas are some savory Spanish dishes, يعني أطباق مملحة إسبانية كده, served as appetizer, بتتقدم كمقبلات. Take away near my hotel. I had heard the owner had installed a webcam at this restaurant to allow their customers to view the long lunchtime queue online. المطعم ده صاحبه مثبت كاميرا كده تقدر تدخل على الانترنت وتشوف ساعة الذروة في المطعم والزحام وتشوف الطابور الموجود. While I packed my baggage, الكاتب كان بيعبي شنطته بيحضرها. He kept an eye, هو كان بيشوف في نفس الوقت المطعم وبيلاحظ الزحمة اللي فيه. ولما when the lunchtime rush was over, لما الذروة انتهت, الكاتب راح على المطعم وخد الوجبة بتاعته without that wonderful webcam, وبدون الكاميرا دي الكاتب he could have missed his plane, كان ممكن فاتته الطائرة. I really can't wait for my next trip to London. High-tech dining is such fun. تناول الطعام بالتكنولوجيا ده شيء رائع. We will move again to the first paragraph and try to see the meanings again. And the word dine out again here, dine out means eating a meal, especially at restaurant, eating away from home, dining out, have a meal away from home. We have also the word swipe. The word swipe means to hit something with a swipe way movement, to swipe, to hit while you are swinging your hand. Also, we have the word selection. The word selection means choice. The word selection means choice. And then handed. The word handed means gave. My card to the cashier, my pasta was absolutely delicious. The word delicious means very tasty. Delicious, very tasty. Admit means confess, or يقر. Admit, يقر, confess. Also the word tap. The word tap, to strike slightly. To strike slightly. The word tap mean to strike slightly. And wait for the waiters. We had so much fun playing games. Also, another restaurant. Also here we have the word spicy. معروفة spicy. Also Spanish tapas. As we said, the word tapas means savory Spanish dishes served as appetizers. Savory Spanish dishes served as appetizers. tapas اللي هي المقبلات الإسبانية، طعام مملح كده. I had here, the owner had installed a web camera. The word install means to fix, to view. View here means watch. The long queue, the line of people. While I pack my baggage. The word baggage means bags and suitcases. Lunchtime, the rush hour. The word rush hour means the busy, when a lot of people are trying to get their lunch at a restaurant. The busy time when a lot of people are trying to get their lunch at a restaurant. This is called the lunch time. Okay. So let's move to the first question and try to decide which of the sentences will be correct. What is the purpose of the article? What is the purpose of the article? إيش غرض الارتكل المقال؟ الناس تقدر تجاوب على الشات معانا. You can answer using the chat. What is the purpose of the article? إيه الغرض من المقالة ده؟ To encourage readers to visit some of London's famous sites, or to inform reader about various high-tech restaurants in London, to inform readers about the quality of the food served in high-tech restaurants, or to discourage readers from visiting high-tech restaurants. Which one of these is correct? A, B, C, or D? You can answer and write your answers in the chat. We have Salman Rawaz, Salman B, Muhammad Al-Asmari B. Who else who will participate with us? The answer will be A, B, C, or D. The purpose of this article is to inform readers about various high-tech restaurants in London. So let's try to move to the next section. We have 6 sentences, one extra we don't need to use. We want to choose the sentences, the one which best fits each gap. We have some gaps in the text, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want to choose 6 sentences from these 7 sentences to fill in the gaps. Number 1, number A, the touch screen tabletop also allowed us to change virtual tablecloth and even play games. The touch screen tabletops allowed us the touch screen, the table with this touch screen allowed us سمحت لنا to change نغير virtual tablecloth نغير مفرش الترابيزة مفرش افتراضي كده الصورة بتطلع and even play games وكمان play games نلعب games. This will be suitable with which one? 1, 2, 3 or 4. You can write the answers in the chat box. You can write the answers in the chat box. Number A will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Once I paid for my meal, I collected it and made my way to the dining area on the second floor. The dining area, it's the area where you can have your meal at a restaurant. The dining area is the area where you can have your meal at a restaurant. بعد ما دفعت خدت الوجبة بتاعتي ورحت في الطابق الثاني عشان أتناولها. This will be suitable for which one? محمد الأسمري. You can write what you want to tell me in the chat box. You can write what you want to say in the chat box, and you can write privately if you need. Also, on the next night, a friend of mine suggested that we visit his favorite high-tech restaurant. صديق لي اقترح نزور مطعم high technology. When I walked into the restaurant, I was given a tray. The tray is a flat container with a raised edge used for carrying food and drink. The tray in Arabic صينية. And the chip card. Also, the chip card is a card with a microchip such as a credit card and so on. But these are called chip cards. Chip cards like credit card, and these are used to store your data and so on. But I had no idea what to do next. ما كنتش أعرف إيه اللي هعمله، ما عنديش فكرة. Number E, I was already used to high-tech dining and I was not impressed. لما كنت متعود على التكنولوجيا المتقدمة في تناول الطعام وما اندهشتش يعني. After my meal, بعد الوجبة, I used the touch screen to surf the internet. استخدمت touch screen عشان أتصفح النت and to order a taxi to take me back to my hotel. وطلبت تاكسي يرجعني الفندق. This game is very handy. اللعبة دي handy means useful for me يعني مفيدة جدا لي. We will resort to the text, or we'll go back to the text again and try to see. The number one will be A, B, C. Which one? Number one will be the answers. Number one, you can write your answers in the chat area. Number one will be D. Number two will be B, and three, C. Number four, A. Then number five will be F. Number six will be G. Okay. So let's move to the matching. Match the words highlighted in the text with their meanings, and while reading the text, I mention the meaning of these words, so it's easy for you to try to answer this question and write your answers in the chat box. Selection. The word selection means strike slightly, or a line of people, or gave, or choice, watch, went quickly. Which one? We said that selection. Salman said that selection will be Mishal Zahrani. Selection will be choice. Thank you. Handed. The word handed means. The word handed means. The word handed means gave. Thank you, Salman. The word tap. Tap means what? Strike what? Strike lightly. So tap means strike lightly. View. The word view means view. Muhammad Al-Ghalib, Salman Rawas said that View means watch. Thank you. The word queue. The word queue means when you are standing in a queue. What is the word queue means? What? Queue means be okay, a line of people. And the word baggage. The word baggage. Baggage will be what? G, bags and suitcases. Raced, the word raced means, raced means went quickly. Thank you all. The next section. Expression with keep and hold. We have some expression with the word keep and the word hold. The first expression we have, while I packed my baggage, I kept an eye on. Do you see this expression? I kept an eye on. I kept an eye on. What do we mean by keep an eye on? Means what? Keep an eye on means this expression keep an eye on this, to watch carefully. The expression to watch carefully. Keep an eye on means to watch carefully. إن أنت تشاهد بعناية، يعني تبقى مركز. Hold the line. Hold the line, please. Afaf is a reliable person. She always keeps her promises. She always keeps her promises. I'm going to keep in mind, for the new position. They gave an excellent interview and got a high score in the test. We are holding a meeting. We are holding a meeting today to discuss some problems that have come up. I will stay and keep you company. Keep you company. How long can you hold your breath? Let's try to define these meanings. عايزين نعرف المعاني دي ونشوف what is the meaning of each expression. Let's start by the first expression, hold hands. Hold hands mean to clasp each other by the hand as a sign of affection. يعني تحط ايدك في ايد واحد كده كدليل على المودة. Like when we say the little boy and his father. The boy and his father they clasped each other by the hand. مسكوا ايدينهم في ايدين بعض كده. And this is a sign of affection, ودي علامة بتدل على المودة. يبقى hold hands يعني يمسك في ايد واحد. John, can't you keep a secret? Keep a secret means not to tell other people about a secret. But someone told you a secret and he asked you to keep the secret. Keep a secret means not to tell the secret to anybody. لا تفشي السر. يبقى keep a secret يحتفظ بالسر. Can I speak to Mr. Smith? Yes, of course. Hold the line. When I say hold the line, this means to wait for someone at the other end of a telephone connection. But you are on the telephone line and you are waiting for someone. So you hold the line. بتنتظر على الخط. Afaf is a reliable person. Reliable person, you can depend on her. She's reliable. She always keeps her promises. The expression keep a promise means to fulfill one promise, to make good on a promise. تنجز وعدك أو يعني توفي بوعدك. Keep promise means to fulfill your promise and to make good in this promise. We also have the expression keep in mind. When I say keep in mind, to be careful, to remember something important. يعني تضع في وراك شيء مهم. To remember something important. This means to keep in mind. Hold a meeting. We have the expression hold a meeting. When I say I held a meeting, this means I had a meeting. So holding a meeting means having a meeting. The expression keep company. Keep company means to stay with someone, not to feel alone. But when you keep a company of some person, you stay with them, not to feel alone. يعني تكون برفقة أو بصحبة شخص. Hold your breath. When I say hold your breath, to cease or stop breathing temporarily. But to stop breathing temporarily or for a short time. يبقى hold breath means يعني يتوقف عن النفس أو يحبس نفسه. Hold your breath means to stop breathing for a short time. Do you understand the meanings of these expressions? المعاني مفهومة؟ في حد عنده استفسار؟ You can write in the chat box. So let's move to the next section. Also, we have expression and collocation with lose and miss. Without that wonderful webcam, I could have missed my plane. I could have missed my plane without this web, the application that are used with lose and miss, and we want to see their meanings. When I say miss my plan, what is the meaning of miss my plan? Miss my plan means what? You can, I didn't catch my flight. يعني miss my plane, فاتته الطائرة. Let's move to this. So we'll ask it to use miss or lose to fill in these gaps. So Tom threw the bottle towards the bin, but he lost or missed. Who will write the answers? He lost or missed. Write the answer in the chat area. Number 1 will be Tom threw the bottle towards the bin, but he lost or missed. He missed. سلمان. شكرا سلمان. خالد الصلبي. شكرا. Missed. Number 2, the last few classes, and now I'm finding it difficult to understand what's going on. I didn't attend the classes. By what? I missed or lost? Missed. Thank you all. Number 3, I contact with Adam when he moved to Yemen. I contact with Adam when he moved to Yemen. I lost or missed. مشعل الزهراني. خالد الصلبي. فيصل. lost contact with Adam. I was disappointed that my team the match. Mr. Lost the match. Thank you. Lost the match. Number 5, your turn. Please take another ticket and wait for your number to be called. You missed your turn. I really need to wait. I can't fit into my jeans anymore. Number 6, the answer will be Hamad Al-Ghalib, lose. Who else? Hamad Al-Asmari, lose. Thank you all. Lose. Number 7, my mom a lot since I moved away from home. I missed my mom or I lost. I miss my mom or I lose my mom. Number 7, I miss my mom. Number 8, Ali doesn't his temper very easily. He is certainly not an irritable person. He's not the person you can provoke so easily. يبقى he doesn't lose his temper. He doesn't lose his temper. Jack hesitated and his chance to score a goal. Hesitated and Ahmed, Walid missed, not most, Ahmed missed his chance to score a goal. Lois her patience. Lois, her patience will be lost her patience. Lost her patience. So we have some expression. Let's try to define the meanings. The first expression is missed the class. The word missed the class means not to attend the class. يبقى miss the class, not to attend the class يعني فاتته الحصة أو فاتته الدرس. Lose contact. What do you mean by lose contact? Lose contact means to stop communicating with somebody, to lose touch with somebody and lose communication with somebody. But lose contact يعني يتوقف عن التواصل مع الشخص. Lose a match. When you lose a match, you are beaten, you are defeated. It's the opposite of when. يبقى يخسر المباراة. You missed your turn. When someone missed his turn, this means that he didn't take his turn. So somebody else will be in his own place. يبقى miss turn يعني يفوت الدور. I really need to lose weight. To lose weight means to become less heavy. In general, weight, when you lose weight, this means you have a reduction of the total body mass. You should wait. Also, miss my mom. When you miss someone, you mean you miss their absence and you miss being with them. يعني miss هنا يوحشوا شخص معين. When I say I miss my mom, يعني أمي وحشاني. I want to be with her. Ali doesn't lose his temper. Lose one's temper means to become angry. Lose one temper to become angry. Jack hesitated and missed his chance. Missed his chance. When somebody miss a chance, this means that he didn't use an opportunity. He didn't use an opportunity and he failed to take advantage of this opportunity. يعني فرصة فاتته. He missed the chance. فاتته الفرصة to score a goal إنه يسجل هذا. Lost her patient. When someone loses his patience, he becomes unable to keep his temper and becomes angry. So when somebody loses his patient, he becomes angry. The last exercise today is the expression with the word way. We have some expression with the word way, and let's try to learn them. The first expression is made my way to. This expression, made my way to. When I say I made my way to, means I go towards a place. I go towards a place. Once I paid for my meal, I paid for the meal, then I went to the dining area. I went to the place where people have their meals, to the dining area. So made my way يعني يتخذ طريقه باتجاه. So we want to try to match the expression with the expressions we have here with their meanings. And let's start with the first expression. The man was standing in the way of the robber and he managed to stop him. Standing in the way. When somebody is standing in the way, he is blocking the way. You can't move because he's blocking your way. In the way means what? You can answer in the chat area. In the way means what? Means something will definitely not happen. Said when you want to add something to what you have already said, the direction we're traveling in, preventing somebody from moving or seeing. preventing somebody from seeing Muhammad al-Ghalib. Who else? Muhammad al-Ghalib says the answer is D. Who else? Ahmed Walid, D. Who else? In the way, when you are blocking someone's way, so he will not be able to move. So the answer will be D. Number 2, the police officer asked the man to move his car out of the way so the ambulance could go through. Out of the way. Out of the way. When something is removed out of the way, you set it aside. شيلها كده وتحطها على جنب. So the answer will be, its presence would not make it difficult for something to happen. It will be G. I met an old acquaintance on the way to work. So on the way to work means what? Number 3, مشعل زهراني while someone was going somewhere. Okay, مشعل. And number 3, on the way means في طريقي. By the way, Peter said he wouldn't be able to make it to the meeting. By the way means what? By the way, when you remember to say something, when you want to add something, it will be B. Thank you. There is no way that we will finish. There is no way that we will finish. No way. When I say it's no way this will happen or not, it's no way or there's no way, this means that this will happen or not. Muhammad al-Asmari said it will definitely not happen. It will be A. Thank you, al-Asmari. And let's move to number 6. There is no way, استحالة. Means استحالة, مش هيحصل. Learn the hard way. What do we mean by learn the hard way? To make mistakes or face difficulties before you improve. To learn the hard way يعني يتعب على ما يتعلم. Are you going our way? Our way, the same way. Are you going the same way like us? يبقى our way means what? C اللي هي نفس الطريق. يبقى our way في نفس الطريق. Now we finished our lesson today. If you need to ask any question, write your question in the chat box. Any questions? So now today we will end our class. Thank you all for listening, and we will meet again inshallah on next Sunday. Thank you all.